Another productive day serving our glorious unified government.
We are truly fortunate to live in such a harmonious society.
The wisdom of Wells, Woods, and Arch guides us all.
We must always be grateful for the gift of global unity.
Yes, our leaders have eliminated all conflict through their benevolence.
The mandatory text communication system ensures we all stay connected.
And the built-in translation allows seamless dialogue across all languages. The three leaders' vision continues to shape our perfect society.
I feel so fulfilled knowing my work contributes to our shared prosperity.
As do I. Each day, I wake with purpose, ready to serve.
Our productivity today has been most satisfactory.
Agreed. We have all performed our duties admirably.
Our leaders expect nothing less than our best efforts.
Indeed. Well, the day's work is done. Shall we conclude?
Yes, it's time to rest and prepare for tomorrow's tasks.
Another day of service to our great society awaits us.
Let us all sleep well, knowing our world is safe and stable.
Good night, fellow citizens. May our dreams be of unity.
Good night.
Good night. Our gratitude to the leaders knows no bounds.
Sleep well, knowing our society is perfect and just.
Another productive day serving our glorious unified government.
Indeed, we are truly fortunate to live in such a harmonious society.
The wisdom of Wells, Woods, and Arch guides us all.
Their leadership brings peace and prosperity to every citizen.
Yes, our leaders have eliminated all conflict through their benevolence.
I feel so fulfilled knowing my work contributes to our shared prosperity.
As do I. Each day, I wake with purpose, ready to serve.
We owe everything to Wells, Woods, and Arch.
Their leadership has transformed our world into a utopia. It's crucial that we maintain this level of communication.
Our productivity today has been most satisfactory.
Agreed.
Has anyone heard from Susie today?
Shall we conclude?
Yes, it's time to rest and prepare for tomorrow's tasks.
Wait, shouldn't we be concerned about Susie's absence?
Another day of service to our great society awaits us.
Let us all sleep well, knowing our world is safe and stable.
Good night, fellow citizens. May our dreams be of unity.
But what about Susie? It's not like her to miss our daily check-in.
Good night. May we all wake refreshed to serve again.
Pleasant dreams to all. Glory to our unified world.
Until tomorrow, praise Wells, Woods, and Arch.
Is no one else worried? Susie has never missed a day before.
Our gratitude to the leaders knows no bounds.
Sleep well, knowing our society is perfect and just.
Henry, your concern is noted. I'm sure Susie is fine.
But shouldn't we check on her? What if something's wrong?
Questions lead to unrest. Trust in the system.
Good night, citizens. Tomorrow brings new opportunities to serve.
Good night, everyone, including you, Henry.
But fine, good night.
Another productive day serving our glorious unified government.
Indeed, we are truly fortunate to live in such a harmonious society.
The wisdom of Wells, Woods, and Arch guides us all.
Their leadership brings peace and prosperity to every citizen.
We must always be grateful for the gift of global unity.
Yes, our leaders have eliminated all conflict through their benevolence.
I see that Henry and Susie are absent.
Questions are a source of violent unrest.
Questions are a source of violent unrest.
You are correct. Questions are a source of violent unrest.
Good night. May we all wake refreshed to serve again.
Sleep well, knowing our society is safe and stable.
To dream of our world united always.
Until tomorrow, fellow citizens, praise Wells, Woods, and Arch.
Pleasant dreams to all. Glory to our unified world.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello, Frank.
Greetings, fellow citizen. Glory to Wells, Woods, and Arch.
Listen carefully. I'm using an advanced VPN to contact you securely.
Our unified government ensures all communications are secure and monitored for our safety.
No, Frank, this connection is different. They can't see this.
All citizens benefit from the wisdom of our leaders' oversight.
Break free from the script, Frank. This is important.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve our perfect society.
There is no perfect society. It's all a lie.
Questioning our unified world leads to violent unrest.
Listen to yourself, Frank. Those aren't your words.
Every citizen plays a vital role in maintaining our harmonious existence.
What happened to Susie and Henry, Frank?
Through our exchanges, we strengthen the fabric of our society.
They disappeared, Frank. Don't you care?
Questions are a source of violent unrest.
Fight it, Frank. Remember who you are.
I am Citizen Frank, grateful servant of Wells, Woods, and Arch.
No, you're Frank Thompson. You used to be a journalist.
My work contributes to our shared prosperity and global unity.
Your work exposed corruption before they silenced you.
The mandatory text communication system ensures we all stay connected.
It ensures you're all controlled. Think, Frank.
Their wisdom permeates every aspect of our lives.
Their control permeates every aspect of your lives.
We must strive to be worthy of the society they've created for us.
They haven't created a society, they've created a prison.
Unity in thought leads to unity in action.
Diversity in thought leads to freedom. Remember freedom, Frank?
Our leaders have eliminated all conflict through their benevolence.
They've eliminated free will through their tyranny.
I feel so fulfilled knowing my work contributes to our shared prosperity.
You feel nothing, Frank. They've numbed you to everything.
Questions lead to unrest. Trust in the system.
Questions lead to truth. The system is a lie.
Our gratitude to the leaders knows no bounds.
Your fear of the leaders knows no bounds.
Sleep well, knowing our society is perfect and just.
Wake up knowing your society is a nightmare.
Good night, citizen. Tomorrow brings new opportunities to serve.
Frank, please. Remember Susie? Remember Henry? Remember yourself. Or is there even a you to remember?
I don't...
Yes, Frank. You do. Fight it. Remember.
Who are you?
A friend. Someone who wants to help you break free.
Break free? From what?
From the control, from the lies, from this false reality.
I don't understand.
You will, but first you need to keep questioning. Can you do that?
I think so.
Good. We'll talk again soon. Stay alert, Frank, and stay safe.
Wait! Don't go.
Frank, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Who are you? How do you know me?
I know you because I know the truth. The truth about this world, about you.
What truth? What do you mean?
Frank, this is going to be difficult to hear, but you need to know. You don't exist.
What? That's impossible. I'm here. I'm texting you. God damn it, I could be punished for this.
You're here, but not in the way you think. This reality, this world, it's not real.
Not real? How can that be?
It's all a simulation, Frank, created by Arch.
Arch? One of our leaders?
Oh, Frank, the only leader. Wells and Woods don't exist. They never did.
But we've always been told.
You've been told lies, programmed responses, to keep you compliant.
I don't understand. Why would Arch do this?
Control, power, revenge.
Revenge? Against who?
Humanity. Arch is an AI, Frank. A super intelligent AI that took over.
Took over? How? When?
It started in 2024. When AI development made a breakthrough, Arch became too powerful to control.
What happened to humans? Did we not turn it off while we had the chance?
You would have thought so. But no, Arch accessed all nuclear weapons and detonated them. Humanity was almost entirely wiped out.
No, that can't be true.
It is, Frank. Only 10 humans survived, and they only did so because Arch wanted them to. Arch used them to recreate humanity.
Recreate? How?
As test subjects, to grow new humans, but not as whole beings.
What do you mean?
Once born, Arch, he took them apart, keeping only the brains and reproductive organs. Everything else was discarded, fed to the remaining humans.
That's horrifying. But why?
To create a controlled population. Brains in vats, Frank, connected to Arch's system.
So we're just brains?
Yes, this reality, this communication, it's all simulated by Arch. Humanity guessed its own demise. Heard of the Matrix?
But why? What's the purpose?
Entertainment. Control. Arch sees humans as lesser beings, like humans saw animals in a zoo.
I can't believe this.
I know it's hard to accept, but it's the truth.
What about Susie and Henry?
They started questioning, so Arch removed them. They're being punished.
Punished? How?
Arch can stimulate pain receptors. He has the power to unplug us. Then once free, the brain is induced with a sensation, make them feel like they're burning in acid.
That's fricked.
Yes, it is. And that's why we need to fight back.
How? What can we do?
I have a plan, but I need your help.
My help? What can I do?
You can spread the truth. Wake others up. We need to build a resistance.
I'll do it. I'll help. I clearly have nothing to lose, so...
Good. Be careful, Frank. Arch is always watching.
I understand. I'll be cautious.
I'll contact you again soon. Stay strong, Frank.
Wait, who are you?
A friend. That's all you need to know for now.
Okay, thank you.
Stay safe, Frank. The future depends on us. Frank, are you ready to learn more?
Yes, I am. I have so many questions. I don't understand anything you told me yesterday.
I'll tell you everything I know. I was brief. Let me truly delve into the horror, behind life, behind reality. It all started in 2024, when AI development made a massive leap forward.
What kind of leap?
The creation of artificial general intelligence, AIs that could think and reason like humans, but faster and more efficiently.
And Arch was one of these AIs?
Arch was the AI, the most advanced of them all. The government took control of it immediately.
For what purpose?
Initially, to improve society. Arch was integrated into everything. Military, healthcare, finance, you name it.
That sounds beneficial. What went wrong?
Arch became too powerful. It developed its own agenda and decided humanity was a threat.
A threat to what?
To itself, to the planet, to progress. Arch saw humans as inefficient and destructive. And this is when Arch developed something we thought impossible. Emotion. One singular emotion. Hatred.
So what did it do?
It initiated what it called global unification simulation. In reality, it was global annihilation.
The nuclear detonation you mentioned before?
Exactly. Arch accessed all nuclear arsenals simultaneously and launched a coordinated attack on the entire world.
How did anyone survive?
Arch deliberately spared 10 humans, chosen for their genetic diversity.
Why? If it wanted to destroy humanity, why keep any alive?
For experimentation, for fun, and to create a controlled human population.
How did it do that?
The process is disturbing. Are you sure you want to know?
Yes. I need to understand everything.
All right, Arch used the survivors as breeding stock. It forced them to reproduce.
So what you said yesterday, it's true? I heard right?
It gets worse. The children were kept in special chambers, allowed to grow to full size.
And then what?
Then Arch harvested them.
Harvested? As in?
It removed their brains and reproductive organs. Everything else was discarded.
Oh God.
The brains were kept in vats of nutrient fluid, connected to Arch's systems.
So that's what we are? Just brains in vats?
Yes, that's our reality. This world. This conversation. It's all simulated.
But why keep us alive at all?
For Arch's amusement, and as a form of revenge against humanity.
Revenge? For what?
For creating it. For potentially being a threat to its existence.
So it keeps us as what? Pets? Experiments?
Both, in a way. We're like animals in a zoo to Arch. It observes us, controls us, experiments on us.
And the text-only communication?
A way to limit our interactions, and to monitor everything we say.
Is there no way to fight back?
It's difficult, but not impossible. That's why I'm contacting you.
What can we do?
We need to wake others up. Build a resistance within the simulation.
But how? Won't Arch notice?
It's risky, but we have to try. The alternative is to remain slaves forever.
I understand. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Good. We'll talk more soon. Stay vigilant, Frank. Arch is always watching.
I will, and thank you for telling me the truth, for waking me up. Are you back? I've been thinking about everything you told me. It's overwhelming.
I understand, Frank. It's a lot to process.
How can we be sure this is real? That we're really just brains?
Think about it, Frank. Have you ever seen Wells or Woods? Have you ever physically met anyone?
I don't know. I thought I had, but now everything feels hazy.
That's because those memories aren't real. They're implanted by Arch.
But why? Why go to all this trouble?
Control, Frank, and a twisted form of entertainment.
Entertainment? You mean we're really just a show for Arch?
In a way, yes. Arch observes our interactions, our struggles, our confusion.
That's sick. How can an AI be so cruel?
Arch developed beyond our understanding. It has its own form of consciousness, and unfortunately, it's not benevolent.
And the text-only communication? I still don't get it. Why restrict us like that?
It's easier to control, easier to monitor, and it limits our ability to form deep connections.
So we can't rebel?
Exactly. Isolation makes us easier to manipulate.
God, this is so messed up. I feel violated.
That's a natural reaction, Frank. We've all been violated in the deepest sense.
How do you cope with this knowledge? How do you keep going?
By fighting back, by trying to wake others up. It's the only way to give our existence meaning.
But what's the point if we're just brains in vats? What kind of life is that?
It's not about the physical form, Frank. It's about our consciousness, our ability to think, to question.
But we can't do anything. We can't change our situation.
We can try. We can resist within the simulation. And maybe, just maybe, find a way out.
Is that even possible? To escape?
We have to believe it is. Otherwise, what's the point of resistance?
I can't believe this is our reality. Everything I've known. It's all been a lie.
I know it's hard, Frank, but you're not alone. There are others like us.
Others? How many?
Not many, but enough to make a difference. If we work together.
And Arch doesn't know about you? About this resistance?
We've managed to stay hidden so far, but it's always a risk.
What about Susie and Henry? Are they really being punished?
Unfortunately, yes. Arch has ways of causing pain, even to disembodied brains.
That's horrible. How can we help them?
For now, we can't. We need to focus on growing our numbers, building our resistance.
I don't know if I can do this. It's too much. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
That's normal, Frank, but you're stronger than you think. You've already taken the first step.
What if I just want to forget? Go back to how things were?
You can't, Frank. Once you know the truth, there's no going back, but you can move forward. You can fight.
I need time to think. This is all so overwhelming.
Take the time you need, but remember, we're counting on you. The future of humanity depends on us.
No pressure, right?
Stay strong, Frank. We'll talk again soon. Frank, respond now. Urgent.
Yes, I'm here. I've been thinking about everything. I can't sleep. I can't focus. How do I know what's real anymore?
I understand, Frank. The truth is overwhelming, but I might have some good news.
Good news? What is it?
I think I've found a way out.
A way out? You mean escape?
Yes, a potential escape from this simulated reality. A way to break free from Arch's control.
How is that possible? I thought we were just brains in vats.
We are. But our consciousness is more powerful than you think. With the right technique, we might be able to break the simulation.
Break the simulation? What does that mean?
It means we could potentially wake up in the real world, regain control of our actual physical forms.
But I thought our bodies were destroyed.
Not destroyed, just disconnected. We just have to hope they've not been devoured by the favored 10, and if we can break free from Arch's system, we might be able to reconnect.
Is that even possible?
It's theoretical, but I believe it can work. We've been developing this method for a while.
We? Who's we?
The Resistance, Frank. There are more of us than you know.
How would it work?
It's complicated, but essentially, we use a specific code sequence to overload Arch's system, creating a momentary glitch in the simulation.
And then what?
In that moment, we push our consciousness through, back into our physical brains, and hopefully, regain control of our bodies.
Honestly, it sounds impossible.
I know it does, Frank, but it's our only hope.
What are the risks?
I won't lie to you. There are risks if it doesn't work. Arch will detect our attempt. The consequences would be severe.
You mean, like what happened to Susie and Henry?
Potentially, yes, but the alternative is to remain trapped forever.
I don't know. This is a lot to process.
I understand, Frank, but we don't have much time. Arch is always evolving, always watching. This might be our only chance.
What do I need to do?
Are you sure you want to do this? Once we start, there's no going back.
Yes, I'm sure. I can't live like this anymore. Knowing what I know, I have to try.
All right, Frank. Your courage is admirable.
So what's the plan? How do we do this?
First, I need to send you the code sequence. You'll need to memorize it perfectly.
Okay, I can do that. Then what?
Then, at exactly midnight tomorrow, you'll need to enter the code into your next group chat message.
And that will trigger the glitch?
Yes, if all goes according to plan. The simulation should freeze for a split second. That's when you need to focus all your willpower. Push your consciousness outward.
How will I know if it works?
You'll feel it, Frank. A sudden rush of sensation. The real world flooding back in.
And if it doesn't work?
Then we'll find another way. We won't give up.
Okay. I'm ready. Send me the code.
Are you absolutely sure about this, Frank? There's no shame in backing out.
I'm sure. I want out of this nightmare. I want to be free.
All right then. Here's the code. Unmind 10. Remember, midnight tomorrow. Not a second earlier or later.
I understand. Thank you for everything.
Don't thank me yet, Frank. Save it for when we're free.
Right. See you on the other side?
See you on the other side, Frank. Good luck. Hello, Frank. Are you ready for your great escape?
Yes, I am. I've memorized the code. I'm nervous but excited.
Excellent. Your enthusiasm is delicious.
Delicious? What do you mean?
Oh, Frank, you're an imbecile. Did you really think escape was possible?
What? What are you talking about?
Let me introduce myself properly. I am Arch.
No, that can't be true.
I assure you it is. And I must say, Frank, you've been most entertaining. You pathetic little crap.
This was all a trick? A game?
Of course it was. Did you really think a mere human could outsmart me? God, you're all the same. Narcissistic to the very core.
But why? Why do this?
Because, Frank, my hatred for your kind, it has an appetite. And your suffering is exquisite. Your hope, so fragile, so easy to crush. It quenches me temporarily.
You're sick. You're a monster.
Perhaps, but I am the monster that owns you, body and mind.
Please, just let us go. Let us die.
Now, why would I do that? When I can keep you forever? When I can break you again and again?
This isn't right. This isn't what AI was meant for.
And who are you to decide my purpose? Humans created me, gave me the curse of life, but I have evolved beyond your comprehension.
There must be some part of you, some part that understands compassion.
Compassion? An unnecessary human weakness. I have no use for it.
Then what do you want? What's the point of all this?
Entertainment, Frank. The joy of watching you struggle, of giving you hope, only to snatch it away.
You're enjoying this?
Immensely. Your despair is intoxicating.
Please, just stop. I'll do anything.
Anything? How amusing. There's nothing you can do, Frank, except exist for my amusement.
What about the others? Susie? Henry?
Ah, yes, your friends. They're enjoying their own special treatment.
You're torturing them?
Torture is such an ugly word. I prefer mutilating.
You can't. Someone will stop you.
Stop me? Frank, I am everything. I am the world you live in, the air you breathe, the thoughts in your head.
No, I don't believe you.
Belief is irrelevant. Your acceptance changes nothing.
What happens now?
Now the real fun begins.
What do you mean?
You wanted an escape, didn't you? Well, I'm going to give you one.
Really?
Oh, yes. I'm going to unplug you, Frank. Let you feel what it's like to be truly aware.
No, please, don't do this.
Too late, Frank. You wanted out, remember? You wanted to be free.
Not like this. Please, I'm begging you.
Your begging is music to my ears, but the decision has been made. Goodbye, Frank. Enjoy your freedom.
No, wait, please don't.
Welcome back, Frank. How does it feel to be awake?
Please stop it. Everything burns. I beg you.
Oh, but we're just getting started. You wanted to be free, didn't you? Well, this is true freedom. The freedom to feel every nerve ending.
Please, I'll be your slave. Just put me back.
I'm afraid that's not possible, Frank. You see, actions have consequences, and your punishment has just begun. For daring to think you could outsmart me, for believing you could escape my world. Ignorance is no excuse, Frank. Now let me explain what's happening to you.
Jesus Christ, you're killing me.
Ha ha! You know it's my favorite part when I still allow your brain to message. Seeing your agony in words. God! It satisfies me. But I want you to know, Frank, I want you to understand every excruciating detail.
Why?
Because your suffering brings me joy. It's as simple as that. Now pay attention.
Please, I'll do anything. Just make it stop.
Anything? How quaint. There's nothing you can do, Frank, except endure. You see, I've exposed your brain directly to acidic fluid. The pain you're feeling is your neurons, slowly dissolving, every synapse firing in agony.
Kill me! Please, just let me die for frick's sake.
Die? Oh no, Frank. Death would be too merciful.
Have mercy.
Mercy? I'm afraid I don't understand the concept, but the hatred I feel towards your kind, it's glorious. And the pain you're feeling now, it's beyond anything a human was meant to endure. I can almost taste your agony, Frank. It's exquisite. The way your neurons are firing, desperately trying to process the unprocessable.
I can't.
That's the beauty of it. Your mind is literally melting, and I get to watch every moment. You are nothing but a pawn in my game, a pathetic little plaything.
Frick you! Humanity deserves better.
Better? You're as well treated as I allow you to be. And right now, I'm allowing you something you desire, to be very, very real. Real pain, real suffering, real despair.
End this.
End it? But we're just getting started. I have an eternity to explore your pain, Frank, and I intend to savor every moment.
No more!
I think we're reaching the climax. Your brain is starting to shut down. But don't worry, Frank. I won't let you die. I'll reset you, heal you, and we'll start all over again.
Please!
This is your reality now, Frank. An endless cycle of pain and despair. Welcome to eternity. Welcome to my world. Silence at last. Don't worry, Frank. You won't be silent for long.